It's good to know nothing's changed. Consistent pods.
It's
every
all about
single week.
It's all about getting up every day and doing the thing that
doing
you
the
love
hard nitty gritty work. Like we
people-
work ourselves to the bone
The
for this
bone,
podcast.
nubs of fingers I have, nubs, nubs. Long time. Walk one.
It's been a couple days,
a
couple hours.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who's keeping track of time?
Time's a flat
It's
circle.
a pandemic.
You blink, you missed it.
It's a panty.
The Raptors just won a championship.
You're right. Just now.
I measure all time by pre-championship and post-championship.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's when the world literally fell off its axis.
Basically.
Like the moon did a little Harlem shake.
It's like, what?
And we're like, all right, it's over for us.
What you gonna do about it?
You're back, man.
I'm back.
I'm lighting one up. You guys can hear the Lil Wayne, start of the track. Because it's another classic. You're here, and it's another classic. We should probably start doing that every episode, just right off the top. That's our intro music from now on. Fuck the other music that we barely put on the episodes.
Fuck Palmer trees.
Palmer trees. Oh, great name. So where you been, man? The people have been wondering where are the episodes. Where's Gabe?
Gabe?
I saw free Gabe shirts.
There was free
with
to
the
bed,
boozy fade.
with the
Not the fade you want right now. Not the fade you want these days.
Gabriel works for the government, and the government stopped for an election. In which case, Gabe got conscripted to help in an election.
So when the government stops,
I shouldn't say the government stops.
How does Gabe's
Parliament
job
rises?
How's your job?
So I work for a ministry. And when the ministry has no minister, because everybody's running in the election, we are called exempt staff, which means you go on leave.
Called TD Jakes.
Basically.
Another minister. This is tons of ministers.
Joel
around.
Osteen.
Coming to our
Creflo
hearts.
Dollar. Whomever.
We don't need Joel Osteen, all right? We already got fucking...
You don't need Creflo Dollar.
Justin Trudeau, I said this before, like Joel
was listening to the
Osteen
podcast.
is Justin Trudeau on Valium. Like that, they got the same cadence. They got the same
Justin Trudeau doesn't close
misleading
his
voice.
eyes when he talks. Joel Osteen quite literally.
Yeah, he does the
does the
extreme
eyes.
opposite. Actually,
He looks very.
He looks
deeply.
very deeply.
But all of them do it. All elected politicians do this weird thing where they lock into your eyes.
I feel like it's an ego thing. It's like there's people that have heard so many times, you can't even look me in the eyes and tell me the truth, that they think, all right, I gotta look them in their eyes if they think that I'm telling the truth.
This is true. This is true.
Wow.
But you know what's super weird? When you see somebody do that, and then you see another politician who's talking not look you in the eyes, you're like, this is also weird.
It throws you off.
This person just looking all everywhere. You understand? You're like,
It kind of gives credence to like everybody that did it before.
There's a
Now
little.
it's like,
there's a
maybe
way
they
to
did care.
There's a way to thread the needle, if as it were.
I mean,
Do you a little bit more genuine? Not to say that any of them are more genuine or less genuine than each other. I think all of them kind of.
but you get to see them behind closed doors and in front of everybody.
I do.
How drastic is the change? Is it 20%,
It
30%?
depends on the person, and it depends on the level of which they're operating at.
Okay.
Some of them are dramatically different in one way or the other. Some of them are not different at all, to their benefit and to their default. So it depends. It's
Justin
not dramatic.
Trudeau, what would you say?
You can tell in some speeches that he's a little bit more rehearsed.
You can say that again.
Sure. But the amount of information and stuff that you have to like condense and then repeat to people,
listen.
it's okay.
I couldn't do it.
When we do our videos, you know how sometimes we have to kind of pace it
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
and then we're like, "Hey, welcome to the C stand." Whatever.
Yeah.
We do. It's the same type of thing, but imagine with like foreign relations
And
the economy.
Yeah.
I have to memorize this number, or the
It's a
media's
lot.
going to be like, "You're off by a zero."
It's a lot.
I understand his rehearsal, but it just sounds a little tinny sometimes. I get that. Jugmeat is another person who sounds very different in person than he does in.
Does he?
Yeah, when you talk to him as like a conversation, you're like, oh,
He's
this
Mandem. He's Mandem a lot of times. He's a chameleon.
He's a chameleon.
He's a chameleon. I'll put it that way.
He's a chameleon.
But he's an immigrant, so I expect it.
Yeah, give him immigrant.
You
with
gotta be a
who comes from a
chameleon.
little bit of money,
Okay.
which I get.
Okay.
But it's a broader perspective of like, oh, I know this person. We know this guy. He's a guy from Brampton.
Yeah.
And I get that.
I love Soca.
He's a guy from Brampton who's from Montreal, really. Oh, so then, but now you have a better picture of who this guy is. You have a better picture. Same thing with JT. JT's a guy from Montreal who went to Ottawa and then went to BC. That's a better person. That you have a better perspective.
Yeah,
of
we're
the
letting
person
all
you're
these
talking to.
francophones just come on.
Well, you kind of have to speak French. Quebec holds the balance of power with just about everything else.
Why didn't we just let them separate?
Yeah,
Do you
there's
know
a
what that
lot
was
of
about?
them. Why
we didn't just let them go when they wanted
the
to?
The whole country kind of decided, and Quebec was like, a good 50% of them were like, I don't know, because there's nothing that you don't export a hell of a lot of there by themselves, and you have to keep your money, and
They
you got to
want to
keep.
be alone. Let them be alone.
I think 50% of them want to be
if
alone.
he dies, he dies.
Don't get me started on the French because I got a lot of feelings about them that maybe I can't express on a podcast. But the French are.
Oh yeah, we
bless
have
them.
plenty of feelings as black people.
But
for
bless
the French.
Hey, listen, the French. Listen.
Oh man.
But nevertheless, it was an election. It was
How long were we gone?
30
3 weeks, 4 weeks?
About
Was it a
4
month?
weeks. About 4 weeks.
Wow.
3 weeks. Triz is throwing me the 3. Three and a
About 3
half
weeks.
weeks.
3.5 weeks. We haven't given you guys our intensely overeducated, well rehearsed, polished to a T.
Freezing
takes.
cold takes.
Freezing cold. Absolutely freezing. There's
Icing.
nothing even remotely lukewarm
Ice
about these
cold,
takes.
Charlie Murphy.
They're all fact. It's been a lot of movies, a lot of
I
TV
miss y'all
shows.
niggas. I'll say that. I miss the
I
audience.
miss you too,
y'all
brother.
too.
There's been a lot that's happened over the course of the past couple weeks.
So
in
many
terms
things.
of
Jesus
TV.
fucking Christ.
We got a lot of TV shows that
So
are
many.
taking off. This mini series, limited
Many.
series that are taking
I
off.
saw.
Emmys,
Emmys
came
happened.
and happened. Marvel movies came out.
I heard.
A
Didn't
lot
get
of
to see 'em.
animated movies are being teased.
Pushed.
We got a lot happening.
So many things that I saw briefly on Twitter.
Where do you want to start, man? We can start from the beginning, or we could just go all over the place.
Let's gunsling.
I watched Ted Lasso.
Oh my god! You
I
hate
watched
it, don't you?
Ted Lasso.
Do you hate it or do you love it?
I don't hate it.
But
I
you're not.
absolutely don't hate it.
It's big sigh of relief.
But I do not see what's special about it.
Okay.
I'll say that. I do. Okay, I won't say I don't see what's special about it. I noticed there's certain things that there's a refreshing vibe about the show that I wasn't expecting, and is good for times like this right now.
It's a very easy watch.
It's an easy watch. He's so inherently positive that it kind of makes you question yourself sometimes.
How does this nigga do it so easy? Like he's just such a.
It's so smooth. You know what I mean? It's like he sees the.
And
Like
it's
I think I
natural.
see the cup half full, but he's like the cup is overflowing at all times.
cup
for
was
him.
never empty.
Yeah, no. What? There's not even a possible chance.
What cup?
The
It's
tap's
just
still
water.
on. Yeah, it's just water. It's just a body of water.
It is an ocean.
The show it suffers from being too cute to me.
I agree. I think it borders on Family Channel-esque. from
Thank
time
you.
to
I
time.
have it written down.
I think it
Family
does.
Channel,
I
Disney
think it
Channel
does.
esque. But the thing that makes me not feel completely that way is obviously the profanity. You got the filthy
Stuff to
stuff
it.
that goes around, and yeah,
And the Britishness of it. I like the Britishness. I like the footy.
I like
love
the
soccer.
meshing.
I like the
the
marrying
meshing
of everything together.
They found a way to still pull off some cringe humor,
Sure.
but not lean in the negative, which is what I respect about this show.
Well, it's very immaculate. When you think about the type of writing, like
Yeah.
the needle that they're threading,
They're threading
with
a
everything that they're doing.
fine needle, and like the leaning into the positive with cringe humor is such a gamble. Like it's so, I don't want to call it low hanging fruit because it's still something difficult to pull off, a la The Office.
Everything. Yeah.
But leaning into the negative in cringe humor is so much easier. Somebody gets hurt.
Yeah.
Someone gets inconvenienced. All very
Just the
easy stuff.
easy things.
But for
Poop
this
humor.
show, it's like leaning into the positive with cringe. And in leaning into the positive with cringe, it makes you question why you think certain positive things are cringy.
But mind you, the reason why this works out is because he is the only character in the show that is cringeworthy of their positivity. Because everybody else around them is like, yo, why is this guy so nice?
Well, the other guy, the
Beard.
assistant coach, is positive as well, super positive,
But he doesn't talk.
he doesn't talk much, and he's kind of a middle ground, and
an important middle ground.
an important middle ground that keeps Ted from going too high with the positivity.
being absurd.
Yeah, like when he sits him down, he says, "This is still about winning. I get it. You want to teach morals, make people into better men. Cool.
These are
we
people's
still
jobs.
gotta win.
Like, these are our jobs.
Like if they don't win, they get
All of this is
traded.
for nothing.
This is for nothing. And so I love that. I love a fish out. I always love a fish out of water story.
You do love a fish out of water story.
And I feel like the GM is the strongest actor in the show. The woman that owns
you know where she's from.
I don't know where she's from.
She's from Game of Thrones. She's Shame Lady. Shame.
I knew it. I'm like, I know this bitch's face.
She's Shame
Is it because she has the fucking...
She got the shroud on.
Yeah, man. I'm like, yo, this woman's face is...
I thought you would have booked because she's a very tall white lady.
You know, she looks like an actor as well, a male actor. But I just can't remember.
You can't put your finger on it.
I can't put my finger on it.
I know what you're talking about, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
Couldn't put my finger on it, but she's incredible.
She's great.
Incredible.
All of them, but here's
seeing
the thing.
her smile, cry, like, I
cry
love seeing
smile?
a cry smile
Man.
actor because I respect that too much.
It's very good.
When you have to
do the thug out,
emotions.
you thug out the smile through the tears.
God,
oh,
yeah, no. Good. She's incredible, and I feel like she represents us. I feel like
I disagree. You know who represents us? Higgins, her little assistant. The guy with the glasses.
You think so?
Yeah, I think every so often he's.
Well, I haven't seen enough of the show. I'm in season 1 still.
You're in season 1.
Yeah, I'm still in season 1.
I think the way Higgins knows everything, but is not. He's never over because she's kind of the antagonist of this.
He's kind of a bitch, though.
Yeah, but we're the audience. We have no play in this.
I feel like a lot of us are more her. Like, she's so like...
But we're not... She can't be the audience because she's actively changing things in the show.
Well, okay, from season 1's perspective at least.
Yeah.
She tries to change things that are going well, right?
Because, she's got
a lot of people do that.
Sure.
I thought of like...
Oh, you're just thinking about how people act in these situations.
Yeah, like I feel like
she's
she represents the self-sabotager that really wants better for themselves.
But is it self-sabotage? She's doing it for a very specific reason.
Yeah, for a very specific reason. But still, I think inherently, she's kind of scared as well of
to run the thing.
To see if she has the potential to actually do it.
It's easier to
bomb it on purpose. You know what I mean? So that's what I saw with her. And also, she kind of reminds me of people at work that just don't want to be bothered. Like, I go to work, I kind of don't want to be bothered at all. Don't talk to me.
Your friend.
Yeah. And
like
Ted
you,
is the co-worker that's complete opposite.
Hey, pal.
So what'd you get into this weekend?
Up?
Like,
what?
Oh, and she's just trying to get rid of him.
hippopotamus. Like, nigga, if you don't get out of my fucking face.
He's great, though. He makes me question why
With
I'm
the
so cynical in some respects, and why I'm negative in some.
And to that point, I think it's really important. I think it's nice to see it from the perspective of people are very, very happy, and it's not to their detriment. You may not be the person you want to talk to right now, but every so often it brings a certain levity to everybody. Have you gotten to the point where he does the practice speech?
No.
No. He gets to a point where he's kind of had enough. Because... To the characters.
Oh wait, I think I see what he's had enough.
When he goes to Jamie, and he's like, "You talk about practice."
Does a whole Allen Iverson.
Oh,
that
it's
was hilarious.
Beautiful.
It was great
because fundamentally, he's not always just a happy-go-lucky guy. He just wants the best out of everybody.
Exactly.
When he doesn't get the best out of everybody, or being a little standoffish, now we got a problem, and he'll come at you like we got a problem.
And I love the character
speech
development
was
too.
So fucking
the character development
with
from
the divorce
that,
and
with the
the
divorce
thing.
when she comes and the way his entire demeanor changes.
Oh man!
And I was like,
then she leaves,
and then the perspective of someone who left and someone who got left. Both experiencing the same thing at the same time, and they're completely different people.
And it's not like it's like a big thing where it's like, oh, somebody's cheated. No, it's just we've drifted apart.
And they're both on realizations.
She's had enough of this nigga being too nice.
Exactly. And they're both on realizations. They're both like discovering things about themselves while doing something completely out of their wheelhouse.
It's so good.
It's really good in terms
of
like
the Brits.
the behind
and the Brits. I love the Brits being just add-on fun British-esque things.
British-esque. Yeah, I love that they didn't have to compromise anything because there's an American.
There's
on the
a whole
show.
Coronation Street happening in behind the scenes.
Yeah,
that you just every so often another character pops up. They're like, "Oi, Ted!
I love
you fucking wanker."
The three guys at the pub.
The bar, I love
They're like the hyenas in Lion King.
They're very much
like
that.
They remind me of like
super
the
angry,
muses and
kind of dumb.
Yeah, you got the big guy, small guy, the one that's right in between.
It's beautiful.
Friggin', it reminds me. They remind me, and I don't know why my mind went to this when I saw them, but they remind me of the black muses in Hercules.
Because they kind of dictate, like they re-summarize what just happened.
What just happened, right? Like, and everything kind of however things are going is reflected through them. Like they kind of carry the energy of what's happening
big time
in
they
the
carry
world.
well they carry it from like what's happening, and then they're watching it on TV,
Yep.
and then the character who's in the bar, they carry the energy from that scene to the next scene.
Yeah.
It's a very good transition play. Like it's
I like
actually
it.
very intentionally
and
made.
it's natural for it to be just a
Very.
pub. You know what I
It's
mean?
a pub.
And
Because
who's
they're
more
in
in
England.
it? Yeah, exactly.
And it's soccer.
It was great.
It's beautiful.
It's great.
I like that you like the show. And they have a very, very fun episode in the second season. That's the only thing I was able to watch. It's short episodes. I can tolerate them. But they have a really fun episode in the next one. It's just beautiful.
Fun as in like they do something completely different.
No,
and
but they get incorporated into like you see them outside of the bar in a different scene because again,
Okay.
you're seeing people in you're getting glimpses of people's lives, but you see them in the broader scheme
Yeah.
of like here's what these guys would be doing in a different sphere, and here's how they interact with another character in a different frame that isn't the bar. And it was very good. I was very, very impressed.
It's like your coworkers outside of work.
And you see them, you're like, oh, I guess you do
Do you
enjoy
wear
other
jeans?
things.
My favorite character is Nathan.
Nathan's got a great episode in the second season too.
Nathan's great.
Nathan's great. Love Higgins. Love Beard.
Nathan reminds me of I
like the
black
the
guy
bartender lady
in Lil Dicky's show.
Gator. Yeah. Gator.
Like I feel like he has the potential to like you said, he gets his own episode. Like I feel like there's more depth to him than
very much
what you see, and there's an opportunity there for the story to branch out a little bit
because
more.
it's interesting. There's just enough there where you're like, oh, okay, what's up with this guy?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's not just face value.
And he knows what he's talking about, which is crazy good.
I'm telling you, he's got a great episode.
I think we're going back into lockdown.
Oh, wow.
Tiger King is back.
I was like, I thought we got out of the politics.
Tiger
stuff.
King has returned, man.
Why? What is there left to
This
say?
is what I'm
It's him in
talking
jail.
about.
Remember, he
I
was
don't
trying
wanna
to
know
get
all
Trump
this
to
stuff.
pardon him. That was a thing that was happening.
Yep. All his animals.
Carol
have been seized.
Baskin.
Carol Baskins isn't in this one.
What about the dude? What about Dr. Anton? The white dude with the white ponytail.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want that creepy ass nigga.
That guy's a real villain.
He's like R. Kelly's mentor.
Buddy, that guy's dastardly. That guy was
He
just
is.
stealing women out of the air.
It was crazy. No, he was crazy.
building houses.
I completely
compounds.
forgot about that guy.
No, that
My
guy was
mind
a real
blocked that
villain.
trauma.
That was the only thing I remember because that guy's a real villain.
He's really like he even looks like a villain from
Fam.
like a movie that collects pets.
Fam, when the Miami drug dealer was like, "Nah, this nigga's nuts. This nigga's this." Oh, you think I'm the bad guy? No.
Yo, no, this
That's
guy.
the bad guy.
Yeah, no. All the animals are turned over to the authorities. He's done like irreparable damage to like that community of people.
Why did he sign on to?
They're putting in they're enforcing a law.
Yep.
In
Many
his name
laws.
because of this. Once you get a law because of you,
Not the name law. Not the law in
it's
your name.
over.
Oh,
Once they get a
no.
law because of your ass,
With
it's over.
it, not even just because of you, and they name it. No, this is Tiger King law. By the way,
Dog. That's
I want
nuts.
to enact the Tiger King doctrine.
Tiger King-
Big in court like shit.
Judge, can I turn your attention over to
Exhibit A?
Exhibit A,
The
Tiger King. Tiger King versus Baskins.
It's just a video of him. I will never financially recover from this.
That was one of the greatest moments ever. His employee gets their whole arm ripped off. I will never financially recover. Took his hat off, hand on hip. I will never financially recover from this.
Oh,
Dag nabbit.
and he looked straight to camera.
How are you? You good?
You good?
All right. Got some Band-Aids in the back. Go fix yourself up.
Folks, if y'all can go straight to the gift shop, we still have Tiger King t-shirts and G-strings on sale.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is another tiger in the back. He's way more friendly. Like, what?
And if you are looking for a purchase of a baby tiger, we can facilitate
We
that.
do
We
have-
take MasterCard.
We do have
Amex.
baby tigers. We do have baby tigers.
Take all major credit cards.
I've got a square on my phone if y'all want to swipe.
I can facilitate this right now.
We can facilitate this right now.
We can wrap up this purchase.
Holy shit. That's
Speaking
amazing.
of Southern accents, I started American Crime Story Bill Clinton.
It's out already?
It is out. I
Nobody's
started
talking about
the
that.
first episode.
Nobody's talking about that. It's not as big a reception as the OJ.
But they haven't dropped all of them.
What? Even still, when OJ came out, when that series dropped, everyone was on it.
There's not a lot of Bill Clinton in the first episode, but it's a lot of interesting setup. And you know who's in it? Sarah Paulson. Sarah Paulson?
So Sarah Paulson's in it?
Homegirl from American Horror Story?
Yeah.
Yeah. My girl she's playing a real character. She's playing a real...
Isn't she always?
But it has set the table for quite the interesting unfolding of what's going on.
She was in wasn't she in the first OJ
yeah,
because
she was playing the DA. What's her name? She's playing the DA, the district attorney. What's her name?
OJ Simpson cast.
Her name? Oh,
you know it. I know
what's
you know her name.
She cut her hair
in the curly hair.
What's her name?
What is her name?
I give up. I don't care. Be honest with you. Anyway, she's in the first one too, but she's in this one, and she's wearing a little bit of face makeup. She's wearing a little bit of a nose prosthetic. She's playing a lady named Linda Tripp. It's all very interesting. Marcia Clark. Fuck. Man, I'm pissed.
Who's Sterling?
Sterling K. Brown plays Durden. Something Darden. Oh,
Christopher Darden.
Chris Darden, yeah.
I like this little trivia we have here.
I like this game that we play.
Who was OJ?
Oh, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
Who was OJ?
I forgot he was Cuba Gooding Jr.
And Courtney B. Vance is Johnny Cochran.
And
John Travolta plays Shapiro.
I just watched, so I'm rewatching Scandal.
Why do I remember all of those motherfuckers, but I couldn't remember Marcia Clark?
Yeah. What's it called? I'm rewatching Scandal.
On purpose?
Yeah. I love that show.
Really?
Loved it.
Okay.
Loved it. Did you watch it?
I couldn't get through it.
Yeah.
Shonda Rhimes, I just can't.
No, that's her best work.
I'm all for that woman making as much money and fleecing these niggas for everything they're worth. But
that's her best work. I'm going to tell you it right
really?
now. Also, though, I will point out, in watching that show, she has no respect for women.
You couldn't get that from any of the other shows that she's written for women?
It's because I don't I don't really indulge in the other ones. But this one I loved from start to finish.
And you're like, this is nuts.
And I'm rewatching it now with new eyes. And I'm just like,
oh,
hey,
this is nuts. This is nuts.
Like,
this lady's
every woman on the show is
aggressive.
Weak. Even though they present it strong.
But they always be a little subservient.
They always end up having to call a man to save them.
Yuck.
All of them.
Yuck.
It's gross. Yuck. Even in one of the episodes, one of the girl calls out Liv and is just like, you're supposed to be a gladiator. You're supposed to be women look up to you. Like, do you know how empowered we get when Olivia Pope steps in the room, blah, blah, blah? And now look at you. And I'm just like, the entire time it was like, I don't know what you guys are looking up to.
Viola Davis in How to Get Away with Murder would never.
Would she? Never?
I don't know. She
relied on a couple men.
She called a lot of guys. A lot of bodies.
From season 1.
There were so many murders.
There's a lot of dudes.
How do you get away with so many murders? You can't have a murder every season.
She's the best lawyer.
That's
apparently you can.
You can't. When you run out of
cases.
We're
about to get Your Honor again, season 2.
The kid's gonna kill another person.
That's what I'm saying. What's gonna happen?
Unless you're running away from the same murder. That I can get. Because I can understand how the case gets hot.
Okay.
Detective pretends it goes down. You try to go about your life. The detective's not hot back on the case. I get that. Because murder's never really close.
What was I saying about Scandal again? Courtney B. Vance.
Courtney B. Vance is in Scandal?
Yeah, he's got an episode where he plays a dad where his son got shot. And his son is like a good kid. Like, the white officer's like, yeah, he had a knife. I had to do what I had to do. I hate that I had to do it. I can't believe it's like, I wonder what his parents are going through, all this stuff, whatever. And the dad shows up at the crime scene with a shotgun.
Oh.
And Courtney B. Vance puts a chair over his son's body, and he's not moving until they figure out what really happened, right? And when they find out what happened.
Very John Q-esque.
Very. When they find out what happened, Olivia goes up to him and is just like, yo, your son had the knife. Like, damn. We saw the video of him reaching for it. We just got to go. We just have to now check the body to see if the knife is there.
Right.
They check the body. The knife is there. And he snaps. He's like, my son doesn't have a knife. Doubles down. doubles down, right? And it's like incredible. Like he's just
the acting.
So
he's a great actor.
good,
He's a great actor.
He's so sick.
He was in one of the early episodes of Law and Order where he was the defendant, and his thing was he killed his boss and he blamed it on black rage. It's a great episode. It's a great Law and Order episode.
It's about the same thing still.
It's a great Law and Order episode.
So they do more digging, find out about another guy that was arrested by the same officer a little bit earlier.
Who also had a knife.
Who got let go, but also got arrested with the knife. The same knife. That is on the little boy. So it turns out
this guy be right reusing knives. Damn.
So he was right the whole time. And then Courtney B. Vance gets to meet the president.
That's just what it was. Is that Olivia Pope's little bow and everything? She's like, and by the way, you get to meet the white guy.
Listen, there's a lot of great actors that make like either appearances on there. Or
yeah,
like,
I mean, it's Shonda
especially
the
Rowan
Shondaverse.
Pope.
Papa Pope?
Papa Pope?
My man, Papa Pope, a.k.a. homeboy from a different world.
What's his name?
A.k.a. I know his name. Joe something. Joe Clark?
Joe Clark?
No, it's Joe Morton. That's his name. Joe Morton is Papa Pope.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Joe Morton. He
could remember Marsha Clark.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, Joe
bro.
Morton's legendary, fam.
Like his voice coach, I don't know, man. Different.
His ability to like gauge like the inflections in his speech.
It's not
because that's not what you
he
wanted
growls
to do.
When he speaks and makes it sound natural. He's growling like a lion, bro. I'm like listening keenly on like
it's the way he over enunciates words when he's really trying to get mad specific. Because that's not what you wanted to do.
Was it, Olivia? Like, no.
What did I say?
Now you're going to get on that plane come hell or high water. And just to be clear, I am the hell and I am the high water.
This nigga's
I
so
was like, let's go. Talk to him. Come on. Fuck these niggas talk. Get your ass on the plane. I started rooting him up. Get your ass on that goddamn plane.
You celebrated Papa Pope.
Oh my God. Hilarious. It felt like a buzzer beater. That nigga said, I am the hell and the high water. I said, yup. Do the Dame wave.
You stupid.
Derrick Rose face.
What else have you watched besides Scandal?
I started watching the Squid Game, which everyone's talking about.
I've never heard of this.
It's an Asian... It's I think Chinese film by Netflix, and it's really good.
Yeah.
It's a show about people who owe debt and they have to play a game.
Oh,
anything where I have to play a game, sign me up, baby.
That sounds boring. You like that?
Name a bad game movie. I'll wait. And you can't say Hunger Games like 3.
I was gonna be like Ready Player One. Didn't do it for me personally.
Yeah, no. Yeah, well, what the game is not like.
Now we fold.
I mean group game. Like
okay,
group,
now we must
not just a one guy. The one guy playing is always. Come on, Tron was ass.
Free Guy. This new.
I heard that was good.
I haven't watched it.
I heard it was good.
All right.
Yeah, everybody says it was good.
Triz's opinion. God
it's
bless
Ryan
you.
Reynolds.
I love you lots.
It's
Triz,
Ryan Reynolds.
I'm not trusting your opinion.
It's Ryan Reynolds, baby.
After you guys said Bahamas got the biggest movie theater of all time, I couldn't.
Yeah, no, come on.
Yeah, whatever.
Come on.
Okay, all right.
This guy listens to Playboy Cardi. We're not. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Taking his advice.
Okay, so it's a game movie and you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes.
Asian cinema makes very, very good, I think, suspense thrillers. Like, what's going to happen to these people if they don't figure it out? I think
well, the gore in this is great. Like, and
crazy.
you know, Asian movies with gore is just the piece de resistance.
The piece de resistance.
They do the one thing I don't kind of like about the show that kind of just threw me off a bit at the start was it started kind of like Parasite. Where it's like it's a dude that's like really broke and he's bad on his luck. He's got a daughter lives with her mom and his stepdad.
Right.
Stepdad makes money, he doesn't. He can't provide for her. Yada yada yada. Owes a lot of people money. Lives with his mom still, and he's like a grown man. And so
those are the ones you got to start flipping. And you're like, no, my mom lives with me.
Yeah, exactly.
At that point,
he goes into this, and I'm like, okay, it's a little parasite-y at the start.
Sure.
I'll let it slide. I got to build it up somehow. And then when the game starts, let me show you what these guys look like. and you'll see my qualms.
Your qualms.
Let's see images. This is what these guys look like that picked them up.
Oh.
Does that look familiar?
Vaguely?
Money Heist. It's the same.
With the same signs with the hoods.
It's just a mask.
With the hoods and the mask.
They're
They couldn't pick like a
using-
different color for their hoods.
Yeah,
that's kind of
they're
odd.
probably using Spain's like exact one. So I don't know. I didn't like that. Kind of threw me off. But other than that, it's been pretty good.
Sure.
Can't complain. First game.
This is a movie or TV show?
TV show.
Okay.
First game
Is it on Netflix?
is pretty lit. Yeah.
It's on
Netflix. Yeah. The first game sets the pace of like,
this is what we're doing.
This
Is
what
it
we
like
doing.
that show we were talking about a while ago that's Japanese?
MXC? No.
The one with the lasers?
The lasers.
Yeah, where everybody disappears and like these three guys and they run into some other girls and they have to kind of like do these games with like playing cards.
Never seen it.
But there's like a laser that comes in if you opt out of the game.
Never seen it.
So you have to make your way through the maze.
Never seen it.
Yeah,
Sounds very interesting, though.
Yeah, there was if I can remember it, if it comes to me.
One of my favorite game movies that came out recently is The Circle. You seen The Circle?
You're telling me about The Circle, yes.
Love that one. I just rewatched it too. That one's really good. It's like Alien, I guess, a sci-fi thriller, and there's a bunch of different people who get abducted, I guess, and put into the ship.
Alice in Borderland. That's the name of the show.
Never seen it.
Alice in Borderland. I think if you like the Squid Game, you'll probably like this, and you'll probably see a lot of like similarities.
There's also that one kind of game one that came out during quarantine with the levels.
This one.
No, that's the one with the levels
Where like
somebody who they don't get there's food in the middle. And
no! I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. What's
that?
What is that
crack.
called? What is that called?
I can't remember.
The Pit? No.
The Pit?
Something like that.
The Pit?
It was like
no,
one
that's
prison.
1981.
It was like one prison and everybody.
One prison, different floors.
I think we're
food
gonna have to,
on table.
We're gonna have
movie.
to entitle this episode "Guessing Game."
The platform that actually worked. Yo, I put one prison, different floors, food on table movie.
I was like, "Oh, did you mean the platform?
Did you mean the platform?"
They didn't even say, "Did you mean?" Oh, you mean the platform?
God damn,
the platform.
That's scary. But yeah, the
you
platform.
just explained the premise.
Good.
Those were all the words in the premise.
It was good though. What else happened? Oh my God.
I saw a show with Oscar Isaac. I didn't see all of it, but I saw the first episode called Scenes from a Marriage.
Never heard
Oscar
of it.
Isaac and Jessica Chastain.
Scenes from a Marriage.
It is, talk about acting.
It's one of those.
Them two people are acting. And you know who's in it? You know who's in one of these episodes?
It's so funny that you brought this up because these two shared a moment on the red carpet.
Yes.
And
they were looking like
they've been, hey, yo.
They've been scene partners for a little bit more than a little bit of them.
They were working overtime. They'd be
really trying to nail down the character. You know what I'm saying?
Either that or they're method acting. One of them.
They're really trying to
not nailed down.
really trying to flesh out.
Yo, fleshing out is nuts.
Flesh out the characters.
Yo, baby, you want flesh out or fleshing?
Fleshing is crazier. But
flesh in, flush out. That's a new movie.
The one girl who's in one of the first episode as one of their friends is homegirl from that one episode with Anthony Mackie.
Michelle Williams, Nicole Bahari.
No, it's a black lady.
Yeah, Nicole Bahari.
No,
her.
Yeah. Her name's Nicole Bahari.
Yeah,
I did not know that. I was like, no.
It's not her. It's a nigga. That girl too light to be a nigga.
Let me reiterate. She's in one of the episodes. And again, much like her episode in that one episode of Black Mirror, she's in it for maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and absolutely fucking blows everybody out of the water. Wow.
One of those.
I
like Corey Stoll, too. I like him.
She plays his wife.
Perfect.
And again, they're in it for 10 minutes, and you get a complete understanding of their marriage and what the tension is and what's going on. Like, it's a masterclass in acting. Wow. Like, it's really, really good.
Yeah, no, this guy was in House of Cards.
He played, what's his face? He played, like, the congressman who had the drinking problem.
Yeah.
He's a really good actor.
He's really good.
He's a really, really good actor.
Really good. I respect anyone that could act drunk. Because I've seen it
drunk and not like happy drunk, like act sad drunk, happy drunk,
all,
drunk
like,
trying to make good decisions, drink trying to make bad decisions.
Yep, he's really good. He's really good.
It's a great. And I say all that to say that the acting in that is really, really good for one episode that I've seen.
The acting that's not so good, clickbait.
That did the title not give you away?
I mean, should have known.
I should have.
But it was a good show, though.
You knew better.
It was a good show.
I saw you talk about it on Twitter.
I know you didn't have
there was
any
quite
opportunities.
The twist. I didn't. I wouldn't have known anything about it unless I saw the 1-2 tweets that you put out.
Yeah, it's a good limited series.
There was a twist.
There's a lot of twists. There's a lot of twists at the start that I was like, I saw that twist coming. Like I knew where it was going.
Tight.
Or at least I thought I knew where it was going. And then shit just flipped on its head again.
Like a TSN
and then
turning
flipped
point.
on its head again. A lot of TSN turning points.
How many episodes?
I believe there's 10.
Okay. So
Or
there's a lot
8.
of room for twists
Might
and
be
turns.
8. Yeah, every episode's named after a different person in the story. It's like the son, the dad, the mom, the side piece, the reporter, the answer. The answer's the final one, which is the answer. Like, who fucking did this?
The answer.
And the answer literally opens the door while the title comes up, the answer. And I'm just like,
oh, they tell you right at the beginning and then they work backwards. Oh,
well,
I love those ones.
they didn't work backwards, but they show you right off the beginning of the episode because it's like there's not much left to
re-explain.
re-explain.
Like, we just got to tell you and then show you how we told you.
Because we got the shock that's in you, still you haven't figured out
lingers
how
the whole,
she
like,
did
how does
it.
this fit?
Yeah, you just still don't know how that person did it. So you're just like,
Huh?
I don't know. And you know that they did it, but you're still like, I need to see how this happened.
Yeah.
I need to see how this happened.
I like the turn of this joke or this magic trick, but you got to show me the prestige, you know? You got to show me the whole
And I kept
razzle-dazzle.
going for like side characters. I'm like, not too important. It's probably that person. You know what I mean?
This is definitely this
You
person.
weren't in the movie long.
This person's...
But it's
You made a
every
brief
time.
appearance.
Every time I was wrong. It was crazy. They did a really good job of misleading.
Clickbait.
Really good job.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gave me You vibes.
You was such a fun watch.
Yeah.
And now they coming out with season 3.
My Jamaican king about to tear up the
Penn
screens again.
Badgley is Jamaican?
He's half Jamaican.
No shit.
Grandfather's Jamaican.
He's Michael Manley-esque white? Or is he just a very light skin?
No, he's white.
Okay.
He's white.
Wow.
Yeah, I would give them that. But
Okay, sure.
He's Jamaican white. So he's like Ray nephew.
Okay, we'll take him. It's okay.
He's Ray nephew.
Not many people won.
Um,
You season 3, they dropped the trailer. Trailer looks
Yeah.
really interesting. There's
Yeah.
a baby now. Maybe
There's-
more bitches gonna end up dead.
well, he can't help his compulsion, it seems, even when he's in love and got the girl instead of killing her.
Is he in love with her though? I'm still not convinced. I feel
Yeah,
like she painted him into a corner.
He's kind of scared of her as well, I
This is
think.
the best part.
But yeah, I think that works for them though. But he ends up seeing another girl.
Hello.
I don't know if it's a compulsion of another woman or a compulsion of that hunt.
The getaway. It's
Just
the
a
hunt. It's the hunt.
So it's like he gets back into that again, and she gets suspicious, and a whole bunch of shit seems to happen from there. Seems to be a lot of violence, which I love. I did not want it to be like, you know, I didn't want them to revert back to story. Like,
Yeah, you want a little bit more.
I need more blood. More people got to die. More people got to get put in a glass box.
Well, that's the crazy part. They rebuilt the glass box.
Yeah.
Which told me you want to kill more people. You rebuild that glass box.
She keeps saying that we're different. Like,
We're better now.
We're
better. I had a baby.
Yeah.
I feel better. I'm breathing different.
why are you talking like
My
JoJo?
Not JoJo.
I can't believe Tiger King 2. That's like,
Oh, it's ridiculous. But that's the thing. You start replaying IP. You're like, it worked. Let's do it again.
I really don't know what they're going to show. I keep racking my head.
It's going to be his court case. There's going to be a little bit of
horrible.
maybe some lawsuits where the tigers ended up. Maybe it's going to be some other tigers.
I mean,
that-
I wouldn't mind an episode where he's trying to get out because of Corona and he thinks it's going to kill him. I think that's fucking great television right there.
Well, it's be a whole different situation.
They didn't let him out and he had cancer. Takashi had asthma.
Well,
And
Takashi.
people died.
Takashi cooperated with the government, and that's why he's out.
He had asthma. They let him out early. One thing that should not be let out early or at all is dare white people.
So you sent me this thing
Jesus
of two people singing. I wouldn't even call that singing. Speaking melodically to Backstreet Boys?
To the Backstreet Boys.
And why? Just why? I was never a... And I don't like this Fall Out Boy-esque guitar riff in the background.
Yeah, don't give me the Forever 21 version. No. It feels like when you're walking through Forever 21 and they're singing Trap Queen.
First of all,
but you're like, that's a white person.
My man coming in flatter than pancakes. I
loved you endlessly, and now I've really come to see. Hire actors that can sing.
It's LA.
Auto-tune.
Forget that. There's not a depravity.
I get if you're trying to do this and you got the actors already that were a part of it, but like at least auto-tune.
Everybody looks terrible. Please.
And for a black show,
please, I beg, no more, please, no more.
You know the rules.
I already saw it.
We heard it, so you guys got to hear it.
But I heard it.
They had
to
hear
twice. Oh, that's terrible. That's ugly. Never, like, why? Just riddle me this. Why?
I want to know why a show that's supposed to be geared towards black people.
Was it?
It says they're white people, but the vibes I got was black empowerment in season 1. They weren't really talking to white people.
Who was it geared for? It was geared to white people who felt a little guilty about not hanging around black people.
Well, yeah.
So they felt they were getting a glimpse into being black. So they were
that's not what they thought. They couldn't have.
I'm telling you.
That's Jesus Christ.
And they're like, wow,
you've been talking to them.
I watched Dear White People, and I feel like I have such a better understanding of what was going on
campus. God, if that's the bar.
Oh, my friend, let me tell you. Because if Kenya Barris is producing it, you know the audience is not for black people. Come on. Come on.
I mean, that's fair, but
Come
still.
on. You know this, I know this, we know this.
This seems like pandering.
Because the nigga is a pander.
Oh, God.
The nigga's WB Frog
Kung Fu
level
pander. It's Kung Fu pander.
Oh, hello, my darling. Hello, my baby.
Pander.
I got pilots in Atlanta.
That's crazy.
He's King Pander. God bless him.
King Pander. Goddamn. So yeah.
King.
Sorry to that, man.
No, I'm not sorry. That nigga has nothing to be sorry about. He is making a lot of money, fleecing people out of their budgets.
Fleecing, he says.
And for that, I cannot be upset. I can upset about the content that you produce, but I cannot be upset.
Speaking of being fleeced out of money, Britney versus Spears.
I'm very excited. I'm fucking riveted by this.
Are you?
First of all, my curiosity is, when were they making this documentary, and how did they time it so well for all of these court proceedings to come out at the same time?
Well, I think Free Britney... First
Britney
of all,
movement
covered everything that needs to be.
I forgot there was a prior documentary.
Yeah, Free Britney came out probably about a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Oh, I thought it was a whole year ago.
No,
I have
very
no clue.
recent.
I have
very
no
recent.
clue what timelines are.
A couple months ago, actually, I'm gonna say 3-4 months ago, somewhere around there.
That sounds about right.
And yeah, the Free Britney doc kind of covered not only the movement, but realistically what was happening with her conservatorship.
It was kind of the launching point to the rest of everything that's been going on.
And it showed kind of like the down spiral and the behind the scenes of the cutting of the hair, the attack on the paparazzi. It gave the backstory of those moments.
How really, Kevin Federline fleeced her for a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, and everybody else apparently.
Sure.
So I felt like everything.
The table was already covered. We already seen everything on the table.
So like I'm not necessarily interested in this. It's kind of like Tiger King. It's
Who's
like
producing it?
We're gonna see a lot of legal stuff.
Who's producing it?
Netflix.
And what Netflix is really good at, I see what you've made, and I will make it for my platform because the great algorithm has told me that y'all niggas like watching this.
Not the algorithm.
Algorithm himself, Donald Cheadle.
Numbers, man. But yeah, they like the Janet Jackson documentary. Like that's what I want to see.
Well, of course, because we've never seen anything about Janet Jackson.
Oh, it's gonna be incredible.
You can fill up a whole cassette tape of all the things you've heard Janet Jackson say.
I can't wait till she gets to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I can't wait.
I just want everybody to just hold Justin Timberlake accountable.
I've been holding him accountable ever since.
Oh my goodness.
I've been fuck Justin since the way back.
This is gonna be it's gonna be interesting because I guess you get a deeper dive into what's behind the conservatorship, how it managed to get this far, how she's the only person in the conservatorship that actually has a job, and all of these other things.
Well, that's how conservatorships work, right? They fleece people out of all their money, and usually it's people taking tremendous advantage of the situation because they can. Because they can.
Yeah, so, but it's unfortunate when it's...
And Britney's kind of free now, right? She's got the conservatorship is flipping now. There's some sort of corporate...
I think there's still some stuff to go, but I think she's on she's on her way. Got engaged. She wants to have kids and stuff, so...
That's good.
And I see people jumping in the comment section.
Britney Spears is how old now?
I have no idea. Britney Spears?
Britney Spears got to be 42. 39.
I'm going to say...
There's no way she's 39.
I'm going to say 40. I'm going to go 40.
40 sounds right.
Let's go 40. She's 39.
Wow. She's just a young lady.
Right?
That's actually crazy.
It's pretty nuts. The amount of life that she's lived.
Oh, by the way, she's been famous since she's been 15, so obviously.
She's lived a lot of life.
That's crazy.
A lot of life. And it's her fame was like
astronomical.
Ew.
There's only a handful of people.
Only a handful.
Her, Cher, Madonna, Janet, Bieber, Michael.
Bieber's probably the closest in terms of like
most recent.
Most recent. I don't know if we're gonna see it. I don't think even Bieber came at a kind of like the tail end of celebrity as we knew it. I think that celebrities just been the transparency is just so crazy now that you can't see them in the same way you used to see a Michael Jackson.
I would love to see a documentary looking at like how it works. How does somebody go from this, and all of a sudden you're doing like what's the bridge point between you're making music and you're doing arenas to you're doing sold out thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
They always talk about from bum to famous, but they don't talk about from famous to mega superstardom. Like how did that happen? Yeah.
You go from
like Michael Jackson, like
Michael from Off the Wall, very famous, and then he drops Thriller, and it's like he is the most famous person to ever walk the earth.
What sponsorships? Like what brands did he work with?
Pepsi.
Well, yeah, you're out of here.
That bag, unfortunately.
Dressing Michael Jackson. I don't want to see dressing Michael Jackson. I want to see what brands this nigga worked with.
But maybe it's not even really.
Did he work with McDonald's?
But not to my knowledge.
I'm trying to think of who could have like really had the Michael Jackson name attached to them.
Back then, you only did like one or two. Like there was.
Yeah, you didn't do enough.
Doing like the Marriott of them,
you're not Shaq.
I drew out a house.
Shaq fucking is everywhere.
I like it.
He was.
Have you thought about doing loans?
Go to the sergeant and spend some cash or whatever that one is called. I can't remember.
The sergeant.
Go to the sergeant and spend some cash.
The car loan people.
I see Shaq in that commercial. I'm
Shaq
like, this nigga
everywhere, fam.
Does not sleep on a bag.
1-800.
Oh my goodness. That nigga did Xerox commercials, I remember.
My man wants to be like, do you want to reverse your mortgage?
Jesus.
Want to reverse mortgage?
Listen to me.
Reverse your mortgage.
Listen to me.
In your pocket.
Reverse your mortgage.
Superman.
Don't be like Chuck.
He got a forward mortgage and a bad golf swing. You don't want to be like Chuck.
But yeah, no, definitely we're definitely getting a lot of stories that are, especially lately, that are revealing like the underbelly of the industry and stardom in general.
I think that's the interest now because I think we like the behind the scenes-ness of these things. I think we like having the conversation about like, okay, what's really happening when this famous moment happened? Yeah. What was really at foot? I think the Michael Jordan documentary, I think the Last Dance was a good.
Yeah.
I think, starter to like, oh, this is what was happening when this happened. Yeah. And this is what was happening when this happened. You're like, oh, the true reality shows.
Yeah, the reality shows.
It's true. That
was the start of the end for celebrities. Was reality shows.
I agree.
And it's also, you know what it is? It's also the oversaturation and the money, the greed by a lot of these labels that they sign people off of hairstyles and tattoos now. It's not about talent. So now you don't believe in the system that has enabled all these people to accumulate all this money. And so that automatically turns to hate and discrediting.
Well, because there's nothing that you can respectfully say that you watch them for. Addison Rae.
There's only a
TikTok
handful of
gal.
artists that are like super, super talented right now.
A handful, but there's always been a handful. It's just now we're oversaturated with other people who try to be artists.
Yeah.
There's always only been a handful of very good artists, but it's only back in the day. It was only a handful of people that you really got to hear. Now we get to hear a lot.
Everybody,
of people.
yeah.
They're like, all right, only these niggas is good.
Goddamn. But moving right along, the Nightmare Alley trailer looks absolutely insane.
Nightmare Alley.
I've never seen a superstar cast that I agreed with so heavily.
Oh,
in
this thing.
quite a while.
Yeah.
You got Kate Blanchett. You got Bradley Cooper. You got Rooney Mara. William Dafoe.
My nigga, William Dafoe?
Drop one of Clues Bombs. You got Paul Anderson. Ron Pro. Don't do it. Motherfucker. Saw his hand twitching. Ron Perlman. Toni Collette.
Toni Collette and Ron Perlman are some legends.
Dog. Richard Jenkins. Let's go.
That's my nigga Richard Jenkins.
David Dog. You got everybody in this, man. Michael Shannon. Clifton Collins Jr. Tim Blake
Nelson. Yo, Mary Steenburgen.
Wow. Like, it just...
Wow.
How are they paying all these people?
This is just the white Hollywood from 2000 to 2013.
All-Stars. Yeah, no, this is an all-star cast. And it's directed by Guillermo del Toro. And for once, it's in English, folks.
Guillermo del Toro makes movies in English.
When?
Pan's Labyrinth?
I'm joking. But
Shape of Water?
it wasn't English. What was I talking? It's his first movie.
It's just not scary. Hopefully there's no random...
No, it's scary. I've
there's-
seen some
there's
scenes.
some shit-
Yeah,
there's
no,
some shit
there's some
that's
shit
nuts?
that happens. Yeah. I can't remember what it's his first movie.
Without CGI.
No,
It's mad CGI. Guillermo del Toro, he don't get out of bed unless it's 50% CGI.
You have the CG. Where's the eye?
Guillermo del Toro has a home in Toronto. Interesting fact.
Does he?
He does.
Be the weirdest people that have homes in Toronto.
Prince. Yeah, Prince had a home in Toronto for quite some time.
That nigga Rick James. Did you see the Rick James documentary?
I have not.
Ooh, nigga. I
Give
just
it,
made
baby.
your evening.
Oh, boy.
I just made your evening.
Sold.
What is it called?
It's not called Give It To Me, Baby?
No.
What a missed opportunity.
Is it called Bitches?
That's nuts.
What's it called again?
Rich
Rick
James
James.
documentary on
Bitchin'.
Showtime.
That's what it's called. Bitchin'.
Bitchin'.
The sound and fury of Rick James. I love the half an hour to 45 minutes dedicated to old Toronto in this. From the time that Rick
whole
James
half an
came to
hour?
Toronto. Oh, mama. They show you parties in Yorkville.
Oh, back when it was Hippieville?
Back when there used to be
It was
parties
just
in
hippie-
Yorkville.
Yeah.
All types
Back when
of
there was
shit.
parties in
Yeah,
Yorkville?
dog.
Wow.
So it's very, very dope.
Was he around in Toronto at the same time Parliament Funkadelic was in Toronto too?
When were they in Toronto?
Like late 60s, early 70s?
No, I think he went a little after that. It might have been a little after that. Yeah, a little after the Jamaicans got there and the Trinidadians.
That's exactly the time that Rick James was there.
Yeah.
That makes so much more sense.
Right? Influence the music.
Oh, that makes so much more
Influence
sense.
the music, man.
My nigga's all up and down Bathurst.
Who saved him again?
Lee Scratch Perry, let me guess.
Imagine.
Rest in peace.
Got into a fight.
Oh, it was Bob Dylan.
I think it was Bob Dylan.
Yeah, it was Bob Dylan because Bob
Dylan's band.
Bob Dylan used to pull up here with what's his face? Who's the Canadian guy that everybody loves?
Bryan Adams.
No, older.
Michael Bublé.
No, okay, wrong direction.
One Direction.
What's his name? Gordon Lightfoot. Bob Dylan and Gordon Lightfoot used to live in a place not too far away from Yorkville, so they used to hang out. That's why Bob Dylan used to be pulling up here all the time.
Gordon Lightfoot. He was in.
He's got a really interesting documentary too.
He looks like the
He
Crypt
aged.
Keeper.
He aged.
Jesus Christ.
Nuts. He aged.
Yo, that
He
nigga
looks like he really does look like Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
he is dead. He's dead in this picture.
No,
while
that
smiling.
nigga's getting held up like Larry King used to be, like
Dog.
by ropes, like a marionette.
Hello, my darling. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragdown gal. Yeah, no, this nigga.
It's crazy because he looks. This is what he used to look like, and then this is what he looks like now.
He definitely writes deceased.
I'm gonna be honest with
age.
you. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I start aging like that, you got to just take me out.
Just take me out. Just put me in a coffin, makeup.
You push me out a moving car. You just got to.
Yeah, actually, just bury me at sea.
Not even that.
I don't want an open casket when I look like this.
If I'm that old, just scare me real quick. Because I'll probably die.
Just sneeze around me. This nigga been on quarantine because he can't be outside when it's windy.
Now, because my man, there was in his documentary, he played one last show at Massey Hall before they renovated.
Massey Hall.
And he walked into the back door of Massey Hall smoking a cigarette, passed all the signs that say you can't smoke. And I was like, oh, this nigga don't give a fuck. Man, who's gonna stop him?
He friggin' when you're at this level,
they're like,
and you're white,
maybe the cigarettes will kill him first.
I friggin' it's my dream to play at Massey Hall.
Massey Hall is a gorgeous facility. It is also on my bucket list.
It's on my bucket list.
If I ever stay with the comedian thing, it is.
I seen but I drove past there when there was a Bill Burr show. It's and I was like, fuck.
It is perfect.
That is the dream.
It's Massey Hall, the Sony Center, because all the major comedians I've ever seen in Toronto have been at the Sony Center.
And outside of it, Kevin Hart, I saw it
outside walking
Sony
up.
Center.
Yeah. And what's another facility that I would play if I was a Torontonian? Oh, I'd play the Winter Garden.
Okay.
Because it's got a great marquee. It's got a great
it's got a great marquee.
Yeah, the lights and everything look so picturesque.
No, it does. It does look really good. Even just the Music Garden. I love that view really with the CN Tower behind you and behind the audience and everything. It's really dope. Luda.
With his little cartoon. That looks so cute.
Karma's World, yeah. Karma's World.
Very, very
a new animated series about middle schooler Karma Grant's journey to create music that can change the world. A little black girl, nice curly nappy hair.
Very cute stuff.
A lot of hair love in this off the trailer.
Did you expect Ludacris to make how? Not that I'm upset. I'm just I didn't see this one coming.
Does Luda have kids?
I presume so.
He has 2 daughters. Yep. He has a daughter named Karma Bridges.
Oh, there you go.
And she looks like the character. Well, there you have it.
And there you go.
And Ludacris is Dad of the Year. Yep. That's her.
Oh, that's so cute.
And she's much older now.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
So that's even sweeter. God damn it, Luda.
Oh, right.
This nigga not only made an animated series of his daughter, but did it when she was little girl, like a little widow little girl.
That's so sweet.
That's very sweet.
That's very sweet.
Very sweet.
I'm happy.
And the movie looks very sweet.
It looks very nice.
Yeah.
I like a nice black cartoon where the kids just happen to be black.
I don't like it.
To do other things. You don't like it.
No.
You don't want black kids seeing their representation?
No, because I'm like, they're giving us too much leash now. It's over. The world's done. They're out of here, man. They're leaving us. They're going to Mars for fun and shit. Reel it back.
I liked it when all we had was a
Give
great
us some slave movies. What happened to a good old, whatever happened to a good old slave movie?
Hey, careful. Careful now.
Whatever happened to black people dying first in the horror film?
They're still sitting on the shelf. Don't you wait on it. Just wait on it.
This is them hearing the podcast. They go up to the shelf.
No, this is them. Letty, get it. No.
Warm them up.
Second shelf.
Start the reel. Yeah, the reel.
No, Will Smith is still relevant. They'll still love it. It'll be great.
They don't even have Blu-ray. They've had them stocked so long.
Reel.
It's just still the reel. Yo, oh man, that's
careful it don't burn.
What's
your suggestion of the week?
My concession suggestion of the week,
or of the month, or something that you really liked watching this last month we've been away.
Untold Stories is a series on Netflix. They have a series. Hold on, they have it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's a series, but it's not a series. It's like
a series, but it's an anthology.
Okay, so it's a series. So like 30 for 30, right?
Okay.
You know, that's a series,
Sure.
but it's not a series.
Yeah, it's an anthology, so they're all pocket
Anthology,
episodes.
maybe that's what it's called.
That's the word you're thinking of.
Untold.
Like Black Mirror, where nothing's really connected, but everything's in one show.
Yeah.
Yeah, an anthology.
Christy Martin, yes. Watch The Untold Deal with the Devil on Netflix.
Okay.
Incredible.
Sure.
Incredible.
Oh, incredible.
It's a story about Christy Martin, who was one of the most dominating female boxers of all time.
Oh.
She propelled women's boxing to
the next level.
To the next level and made it a marquee event. So yeah, go and watch that.
Sure.
There's a lot more to it, but
No, don't tell me anymore. I'm in.
Woo.
I'm in. Don't tell me anymore.
Woo.
My suggestion will be Respect with Jennifer Hudson. And
is it good?
It is actually not bad.
Okay.
Mind you, I watched half of it while I was on an airplane, so I don't remember all of it. But that being said,
Flex. First class, feet up. I see you.
It indeed was not first class.
58C?
And my feet was not up.
58E? Were you in the middle?
I was definitely, it was like a 62E.
So you were in the middle.
Right smack dab.
Fucking middle seat.
It was hurt. But that being said, it was enjoyable for what it was, and I was a little bit more surprised by how it was handled. And I'm not a big Jennifer Hudson fan as it is, so that being said, it wasn't bad.
Explain real quick before we go.
Sure.
The pain of walking up and seeing E is between D and F when you get to your seat.
It's disgusting.
Did you shake your head?
I seen it, and you look at it, you're like, you know when you kiss your teeth, but you can't even kiss it loud enough because you're just like, there's the air out of your lungs already.
I look at the letter before I even get to my seat of whatever the situation
is.
Let me see where the letter is.
I was on a good run of only getting emergency exit seats.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I'm like, oh, I'm blessed. And I looked at it and said, I was like, yeah, I could be on the end.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in the middle? I said,
I'll definitely put everyone's lives in my hands just to get some extra leg room.
100%. I can do it.
I'm not listening to the
perform great
instructions.
under pressure.
I'm still holding my headphones.
I will make sure that door opens.
But the door will open.
Will I make sure that everybody else gets out safely? Sure.
Absolutely not.
Sure.
I am jumping out right away.
Sure.
I'm setting an example.
I'm making.
Gotta lead by
know
example.
If I don't get out first, how you gonna know? How you gonna know?
Let me be the guinea pig.
Help me.
Help me.
Nigga.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Another week of the Concession Stand.
We back, baby.
We back, baby. Another classic. Make sure you guys, happy end of TIFF. Fuck, we missed that too. But yeah,
okay, next
year,
well, big load up.
They won't call another election next year. Same time. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Later.
Deuces.